Now look at the cost in vehicle acquisition. That is where the difference lies. So for heavy demand, it's almost $1 million. Well, if it's moderate demand, it's only half of that. When you go to light, it's around 116,000 difference. Well, I chose the best seat capacity to be dependent on the moderate. Well, if we cannot know for sure if the demand will be heavy or light, but if it becomes heavy, we just double the number of seats in the future. But for this research, I recommend that we just use moderate because the price is so high, the difference, and it can already satisfy, well, moderate and light events. The class peak I mentioned earlier, the class peak with additional parking was also explored, but it wasn't in detail. The thesis, it was discussed in detail, but the important thing is the infrastructure modification of adding an additional parking in Powhatan Station. The benefits of having that is, it's not really, there's not a lot of benefits for that. You pay for more, but the trip times of passengers remain the same. So next, special events. There are so many special events that can happen. Webb Station, you can think of special events there. Powhatan Station, they have their local events after consultation with the Director of Housing Services. But what I'm concerned here is what unique ridership demand do we have? So I looked into the special events at TED Center, particularly TED Constant. But at TED Constant Center, there are many other events, basketball, concerts, what have you. So I had to consult other subject matter experts. I had to consult the Director for Parking Services, Mr. James Long, and Ms. Debbie White from the Athletic Department, and they gave their estimates of average number of people attending basketball games. Oh, by the way, according to the literature research that I got, and after consultations with these experts, they said that, well, the basketball events is the highest ridership demand you can get. So this can already be taken as the representative special event for our system. However, they are varying in terms of their average. Mr. James Long gave 2,500 students attending basketball events. Ms. Debbie White gave 1,000 students for men's and 300 for women. So how did I reconcile all of those? Well, I just termed this, okay, maybe a heavy special event loading, this is moderate, and this is light. Same fashion that I used for class. Similar to class also, I had to know which station pairs are relevant to study. And in the order of, well, since everyone is trying to go to TED, Powhatan to TED is one of the important things, Webb to TED, and then TED to Webb. Those are the station pairs that I needed to check. For class peak, it's TED to Webb and Powhatan to Webb. Now, this is another chart. The x-axis is the seat capacity, 1836.54, and this is the average total trip time during heavy type special events for Powhatan to Webb, simulating all the events. What is to be learned here? For class peak times, the procedure that I made is the mode of operation is separate from the capacity. For special events, it is not. As you can see, as you go higher, as the seat capacity, the best mode of operation changes. This one, the lowest is express mode, which is number 4. And then at higher seat capacity, it becomes global special mode. So at that point, I had to, how do I go about it? Well, I simulate all of it. I take note of the mode and the capacity at the same time. So it's a different method of getting the mode and capacity. And this is another, this is for web to TED. Initially it's Powhatan to TED. The best mode actually is, well, it's beginning to look double spectral mode A. And in the course of my research, for the other station pairs, web to TED, Powhatan, most of the modes gave out double spectral mode A as the best mode of operation. I tallied all the rankings instead of showing all the figures of merit. Here in this chart, you can see that, well, double spectral mode in this chart, 10 out of 18 times it has been the best mode. Okay.